Hello everyone and welcome on back to baseball here on youtube.com/SeanAsaurusRex. My name is Sean and every day right here on the channel at 6 p.m. Pacific time you can catch a fresh game of baseball inside MLB The Show 25. Today we play our first game outside of the Pacific time zone. We've had 13 of our first 16 games at home, and the only 3 games that we were on the road for was a series in San Francisco. So we have ventured east to face the Cincinnati Reds. We'll have the Reds, the Blue Jays, and the Red Sox coming up over the next 10 days. So big long road trip for us. Logan Gilbert is going to get us started here. 1-1 with a 3.71 ERA, taking on Nick Martinez, 1-0 with a 1.08 ERA as we get ready to jump into, I believe, Jackie Robinson Day. So we'll play the full game. Jackie Robinson Day jerseys. We flip the camera over here at Dahoy. And then we play at the Great American Ballpark, Regional Network. All right. Perfect. Logan Gilbert. I am not used to looking at the right side of or the left side of the screen. Very much used to looking the other way. And that even means I can show you this all the whole way. Okay, so Cal Raleigh's cold, but he has enough energy. We'll probably just work with this lineup. This is what we've been working with. It's been working. We have a lot of hot hitters. Polanco, Raley particularly have been particularly effective. Nice to see the flame next to Julio. Solano's back up over 400 or still hovering over 400. I like what we have here. We could use Raleigh to get going, but I believe in him. We need him more defensively. It could just be a thing where we maybe just should flip Raley and Raleigh, but I don't know. I think we're okay at the moment. Welcome again to Mariners Baseball here on the channel. I don't know that we have played in Cincinnati as the Mariners in the regular season. We've had a bunch of the moments because I've been doing the Diamond Quest stuff, but I don't know.
On the Major League Baseball calendar, Jackie Robinson Day. Everyone on the field wearing number 42 to honor Jackie.
I wonder if I could look at that.
And his breaking of the professional baseball color barrier in 1947 with the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Well, Boog, it's a great day for everyone in terms of just the unity that it helped to bring forth within our country, and a lot of times that's done through sport. But for me, as a black player, when I think about Jackie Robinson and I think about the connection of such a great player and all of the adversity that he had to endure, baseball's hard enough just to play, but then everything sort of on the field, off the field, and how he persevered through that, so inspiring.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go now. And towing the slab here, Nick Martinez.
Well, a very solid ERA last season.
Yeah, this appears to be the first time that we have ever played
taking the mound for you. The offense is definitely expected to score.
Played as the Mariners here for the regular season inside this Cincinnati ballpark. That's interesting.
Just do your part as an offense. So
okay. Circle change in for strike number 1. Let's get locked in here. 8-8. We are 12-4. 4 seam fastball at 95, a circle change at 82, cutter at 91, 2 seam at 94, and a 12-6 at 83. Okay.
Well, second pitch
just on that one.
Already getting squeezed a little bit.
I'm curious exactly what I keep meaning to look this up, but bad swing there. Sorry, Robles. There's a few ballparks that I don't think we've played in as in the regular season. Some of them I think we have played in just due to some preseason stuff or whatever. But coming with a cutter on that one. Not a great start for us.
Here's Donovan Solano. He's coming off a 3-hit game in Sunday's series finale. First pitch doesn't
inside,
find his zone.
okay.
He was
Fuck
late
me.
there,
God damn it.
strike one.
The high fastball, particularly for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it so well at eye level, but it's really hard to catch up and get that top hand to work
I
on
think
time.
that's going to be a hit, but at least we get a little contact on it. Probably should have been a pitch that we did a little bit more with.
And there are two down. And now
It's just not the start that we want to see here, but that's all right. We tend to start a little bit slower. We have 88 runs. We're first in the AL. We got a big 12, 11 spot yesterday. That helped us get into first.
Even if it's just get a walk to keep the line moving, and that's a great feeling to have. They've got it bottled right now.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Outside.
That's a good take outside.
Rodriguez
Here we go.
wrapped out 4 hits in his last game.
Damn.
And another ball.
That was an offensive shootout in the last game on Sunday to help sweep the Texas Rangers.
Check swing.
That's fine.
Strike.
That's fine. A little too aggressive there. Didn't really adjust to the pitch. Just kind of assumed I was going to see what I saw.
There's a strike.
He's gone 4 straight cutters.
Rodriguez started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and he held back, according to Ricky Holiday. On the ground to third.
What was that, like 6
And that
cutters?
is the inning.
That's
And
pitch
1,
number
2, 3
7.
go the
Everything was
Mariners. And now the Reds
everything
will
was a
get their
cutter
first
except for one
opportunity.
fastball.
No score.
I
You're
hate
watching
that.
Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Great American
All right,
Ballpark.
let's take a look at Logan
And
Gilbert's
today's
stats. 3
starter,
games started,
Logan
a 1-1
Gilbert.
record, 17 innings to a 3.71 ERA, a 1.18 whip, 21 strikeouts, a walk rate of 4.3%. We don't typically have a very high walk rate.
It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get
Jake
1 or 2
Fraley, he was on the
over
Mariners at
strikes
one
where he
point.
wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Come on.
And a foul ball.
All right, all right, all right.
Left field, a Rosarena moving under it. And there's one down.
That curveball did not drop the way that I thought it would.
Here's the lineup for the
All
Reds.
right, here's a look at the
One guy
Reds.
they want to get turned around in the
Oof.
6th spot. Christian Encarnacion
Left.
Strand.
Left.
Well, you see the batting average there.
Okay, so all their righties are on the bench. They do have one
But at this
one
point,
switch.
I think he's just got to put the numbers out of his head completely. There's a pretty good chance he's not going to get them where they need to be by the end of the season. So you hit the reset button and you say, how can I be productive today? Most of all, how can I help my team win ball games? I think when you
There we
get that
go.
kind of focus, the numbers will follow.
And that one fouled off. 1 out, bases empty.
There we go. That slider was never a strike.
He's locked in at
But
the
we
plate
get
when he's using
the,
the field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
That one ripped. And that gets down into the gap. And that keeps the inning going. The relay throw.
Oh, the splitter's been such a pain in the ass to throw.
Tyler Stevens.
You're just not going to do
Hit for the Reds.
feels like you're not going to be able to get it past cover athlete or one of 3 cover athletes.
Ground ball left side. They get the force.
Oh boy.
And the inning is over.
Kind of forgot there were 2 outs there, but we get the force out at second. De La Cruz is going to be a tough out. We've had a lot of trouble throwing the splitter so far in the last, I guess the last couple of games have been particularly bad, but
Here's the power hitting catcher.
I don't know. We won't steer away from it too much, I don't think.
Came out of the gates really strong.
All right. 14 pitches in that first inning, even though it was a 1-2-3 inning. Early on that, could have gotten off to a real good start there. Early on that cutter.
Deal 1. That one just misses.
Ooh,
1 ball, 2 strikes to
that
count.
was a tight strike. Or ball.
Puts it in
That
the air,
unfortunately
out
is a
towards
pitch
left
that we
center.
should have.
Sizing this one up.
He's missed. Okay, so he's missed a couple
Pulls it down,
curveballs
he
up.
makes the catch.
Probably should have done something
there's
with
the
them,
one
but
away.
we're just
Batting fifth.
not looking for them in those
Next to the
spots.
Mariners.
He's done a great
That was
job
also a
making
contact swing.
recently, working on a 5-game hitting streak.
And first offering is fouled off. Second inning here, no score. And it's 1-1.
Ball 1.
Dave Lawrence behind the plate today. Consistent and pretty accurate with the balls and strikes.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, Spook, that just keeps the game moving. Nothing overly unique about the strike zone that he calls, and as a result, he's appreciated by both sides.
Called strike right there.
Yeah,
What about
four-seam,
an
darn
umpire's
it.
height? How much of a role does that play in your
Look
experience?
at that cutter
of
in the
what
back
strike
of my
zone is
head.
like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which
Didn't go.
as a former hitter,
A
you
little
like that.
lucky
You
on
know
that
the
one. That
ball,
was a
you didn't
really
wanna have
bad
to
swing.
deal with
Way
stuff
too
down
early
the
on
zone
that circle
consistently.
change.
One down, base is empty. That
That's
missed
just
a lot.
two
And
seam
that's
that sails,
ball 3.
okay.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses
Under
where they
a
have
dead
pictures of all
center
4 guys,
two-seam
nicknames,
fastball. God
hometowns, and
dang
as
it.
well hobbies listed, just so you can kind
Batting
of
sixth.
small
Left
talk
fielder,
the umpire a little bit.
Randy
That's great.
Arozarena.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. Swing and a miss.
Too aggressive.
That's strike
What?
1.
0-1's the count.
Foul ball. Right side.
Okay, so we have them. We had 14, I believe, in the first inning. We get another 13 in this one. It's been 1, 2, 3 innings. I don't know what it is. This pitcher is almost like so bad he's good. I'm having a hard time pinning where he wants to go. He's making mistakes, but we're not punishing him for it.
Back here in Cincinnati.
off for the
Now
Reds.
here is
So it's a
TJ
little
Friedel.
annoying.
TJ Friedel.
Way
That's a
high.
ball.
Gilbert, an
Early.
all-star a season ago. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a splitter, a curve, and occasionally uses a
Okay,
cutter.
there's a good
Breaking
splitter.
ball in there for a strike.
Kind of in the middle, but meh.
Fastball is
Fuck off.
outside.
Come on.
Slider for a strike.
This
Really
guy's got a
needed that
great
call.
feel for his breaking ball today.
And down
There we
on
go. There's
strikes.
a nice.
One up, one down.
There's a nice, nice strikeout.
Longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
And there's a ball.
Ball 1.
Come on.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that drops
There
in
we
for a
go.
strike.
That's a nice pitch.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
That's a
I
good
don't know
pitch
what
there.
it is with
Really got
Gilbert.
some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the
I have
dugout.
a hard time with his rhythm for some reason.
Robles makes the grab. for
Here,
the
we
second
get another
out.
out. That's fine. Just letting him stick around to the counts too long. I don't love that.
Batting seventh. Designated
And now
hitter.
here is Spencer Steer. Right through there for a strike. Just missed.
Why am I so early with it?
Fastball for a strike.
That was still technically early, but we pulled it right, and that was a disgusting fastball.
Swing and a ground ball.
A little lucky to get contact on that one. We're just
Foul.
out of sync here.
Ball 2.
That was never going to be a strike.
next offering is down
God
low.
dang it.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Come on, man. Oh boy.
On the ground, right side.
Okay, nice job, Rayleigh.
Takes it himself to the bag.
That was a
and
very
that'll
long
do it.
at bat. I'm just not
Reds
in
go
a good
out
flow
quietly.
with Gilbert.
We'll
Let's
move
see if
to
we
the
can
third
dial
with
that
no
in
score.
here. And we have the one hit, which is a positive.
Back here at the
Leading
ballpark,
off for
coming off a
Seattle.
series.
Last series, almost 6 runs a game, 320 average, 16 extra base hits, 8 home runs, 23 ribbies. I don't remember. Maybe those stats are a little bit incorrect because I thought it was about 5.8 runs a game when they showed that to us in Game 3 and we scored 11, so that should be up a little bit.
That's
a good take. All right, Shenton. Here we
we
go.
Measures 6 feet even, 205 pounds, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. To the right side.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Encarnacion Strand steps on the bag. Leadoff man retired here in the
Batting
third.
eighth, second
Good
baseman,
fade and
Jorge
sinking action of that
Polanco.
changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco. Swing and a high fly ball. right
Unfortunately,
field.
that is just a
Hines
routine
has a beat
out.
on it. He makes the catch.
I've been really willing to swing at that high fastball.
Now it's the
At least we
shortstop,
got
JP
a piece of
Crawford.
contact on it. Good timing. Just not really going to do anything with it.
They say you win.
That's a bad swing with Crawford. I apologize.
Misses
Ball, that's it.
inside. And that
There
is
we go.
ball one. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
It's a good changeup to
Step
hit
up.
up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Hit weakly on the ground.
Yep. Another fucking
Tosses
circle
to
change.
first.
He has a lot. He's
That'll
mixing
do
his
it.
pitches in really nicely.
Mariners go down quietly.
That cutter's
there,
kind of in the
and
back
they're
of my
still
head. Is it
knotted
going to be
at
that
0.
nasty circle change that's inconsistent, but it doesn't always matter if it's consistent or not, because then you have
As we
the
go to the last of the third.
Right
Now it's the right
fielder.
fielder, Reese Hines.
Hines.
the speed
Foul ball
difference.
there.
Just a
Gilbert
frustrating,
winds
just
the
a
deal.
frustrating situation. We probably need to be a little bit more like we were in the first bit of the Rangers game yesterday. Offensively, slow it down to the best of our ability. See if we can just get this starter out and maybe get into the bullpen.
Maybe a good compliment to that fastball.
Struck him
That's a
out
really
looking.
nice slider on the outside. Didn't think we were going to get that call.
Call for the hitter,
Batting
but
ninth,
the pitcher will
second
take that all
baseman,
day long.
Matt
The reason I
McLean.
mentioned that is just the zone's been a little tight today. A little tight.
Is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit
That's a nice
it if they
strike
can.
right there.
Matt McLean, batting with one down, takes a strike. This to third. Throws across
Nice
the
throw over to
diamond.
Solano. This is what we need a little bit more of. Couple
Now
of quicker
batting
outs
left
here.
Fielder, Jake Fraley.
So the batting order turns over. Next for Cincinnati, Jake Fraley. Popped up to
Perfect.
the left, into foul ground.
Perfect. Okay.
Solano.
All right.
brings
Let's
it
fix
in for
this
the third
offensively.
out.
Rub our eyes a little bit.
Cincinnati,
We'll
and
get
we are
ready. We're
still
0 for so
scoreless.
far, as we are able to get Fraley, but we went 3 up, 3 down for 3 straight innings. Let's get a hit. Let's get a hit and build from there.
New inning getting
Leading
started.
off for
Here's the Mariners
Seattle,
leadoff
right fielder,
man, Victor
Victor
34
Ramos.
pitches, which is unfortunate because I guess that's not the no, it's pretty bad.
Fastball
Through the first
in
2
for
innings,
a
I believe we had
strike.
to about 27,
He's
so it was a
very
pretty
consistent with
quick,
his command out
pretty
there
quick
on the
third.
mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
That one out to right.
I know that that's an out, but I'm okay with it. We were a little late on it, but we saw a little bit better where he wanted to go with it. Maybe an 0-2 count, which you don't want to see.
With a fly out to center.
So he wants to go back up top.
And that's
Ooh,
how they get their first base runner of the
It's
game.
our first base runner. Let's go!
Up next
Well, that
for
one might
Seattle,
sting for a bit,
infielder
but it
Julio
helps the team and it
Rodriguez.
boosts the OBP.
It's extra exciting because that now sets me up for the double play. Yeah, we had 5 out of the 6 pitches were cutters last time.
Rodriguez
Julio goes with a
stands in
two-seam
now
that
and
time.
watches strike one. The M's hitless so far in the game. Ball one
This
there.
is one of the bigger problems that we have throughout the years, or have had throughout the years. We get a big 11-run explosion, and then we just can't really follow it up.
Swing and a miss. And now
Step
before the
out,
1-2,
step out.
time is called at home plate.
Step out. 2-seam at 94. That circle change was way lower.
In the air out to center. Friedel on the move. Snags it on the run.
We were in a lot of trouble. Even if that ball dropped, it was probably going to be an out at second. He only has 26 speed.
That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Raleigh in the box
Outside.
now as he looks at ball one.
Well, at least we avoided the double play, but it could have been a weirder out than that.
And strike one.
That
to
circle
the
changes
catcher.
all the way down at
Off
78.
speed, thought it was fastball, a little bit out front.
Got the bat going too soon and
That
strike
was
two.
too early.
2 strikes.
Just a nightmare.
Knocks
Okay,
that one
foul
away,
that off.
and we'll do it again. Solano leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
2-2 the count.
Squirts away a little
We're
bit.
not going to second. Stuck me.
Him out looking. That was pretty nasty. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 man left. And midway in the 4th, no score.
Just absolutely over. This is so annoying. We have 1 base runner via a hit by pitch and just cannot figure it out.
Check out what's been happening of late.
Lost 7-1 and 7-6, so that's kind of the magic number, except for the Rangers game. Otherwise, we've looked very good over the last 10 games, 8-2, including a pretty wacky win Sunday. But that was then, and this
To the
is
right
now.
side.
We're doing well
Polanco
defensively.
tosses the first. And
We
one
only had the
gone to
1 base
fourth
runner,
as they get the
and it
lead
was
on.
Ellie De La Cruz, and I threw a splitter that wasn't very
Now for
good.
the Reds, Ellie De La Cruz.
Pretty gross.
1 for 1 with a single so far. And a first pitch
Oh,
fastball
no.
is in for a strike.
No.
You know, one of the most memorable innings ever for Ellie happened in July 2023. In 1 inning, De La Cruz hit a 2-out single to take the lead and then proceeded to do something that a Reds player hasn't done in more than 100 years. He stole second, third, and home in the same inning. It only took 2 pitches for him to steal all 3 bases.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
They were talking about, I saw a thing, they were talking about that Ellie stealing second, third, and home. They have a relic card, like a 1 of 1 that has a piece of each of those bases in it.
And here's the catcher,
pretty wild.
Tyler Stevenson. He's 0 for 1. In there, and it's 0-1. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. High fly ball down the left field line. Going back. Pulls it
Okay,
into
that
the
really
warning
carried.
track.
Oh my goodness.
Through
The
4,
relic card, is that
still
the right
tied.
term?
Zip, zip.
Hope you like a whole lot of nothing happening here in this one, because we're still all tied up at 0 through 4.
Back
Gross.
here at the ballpark. Let's check
Yankees
out
win in
the
extras
news
versus the
around
Royals. Justin Turner breaks out of a 1 for 17 slump with a 3-hit performance, and Ha-Sung Kim hits for the cycle versus the Red Sox. With the specialty intro, we didn't get our news and
Martinez
notes.
back to work. And a fastball in there for a strike at 91.
Well, these Mariners, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point.
We
and
do
it's
have
not
him
exactly
in
early anymore.
kind of the lower energy side, so that's
Capable of
good.
Sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for him yet.
Oh boy, oh boy. Those are the swings that put us in such bad positions. That's outside. Never a strike.
Change up right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
I don't think that's one of a...
And stepping in for the Mariners, Randy Arozarena. That one is absolutely belted.
Go ball go.
That's back.
Go ball go.
And
Okay.
gone.
First hit of the day is for Randy Arozarena, and it is a solo home run.
And the Mariners
There
have the
we
lead.
go.
It's 1-0. He ambushed him right there.
I guess we just kind of, that's kind of what we had to do.
And I think losing one over the fence is
Way
exactly
to get more
what he had in
lucky than
mind as
good.
well.
Why do they have the oldest TVs in the universe back there, by the way? Hot dogs. Cincinnati hot dogs.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there.
Did not think it was actually going to get out because that wall looks a little tall out there. But it just kept carrying. Well, that's good for us. Hold on, we're going to take a look at the replay. Can we not see? They had a shot with like some TVs in the dugout, and they were ugly as old as all hell. Oh, there it is. Yeah, what is that? It doesn't even fit the things on the... It doesn't even fit the things on the thing. Hold on, we'll take a screenshot. That's wild. Oh, I guess there you go. Bam. Oh, here's a thumbnail for you. Alright. Okay, let's get back here. Oh, that was the 4C. I didn't realize I had the whole PCI in such a good spot. Finally, we get a fastball up in the zone. We've been swinging at those a little bit today. We finally get one that is actually good.
One out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're at the top of the fifth.
Oop.
Next offering is fouled back. That misses the
good
zone.
take right there.
And the count 1-2. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Tony Santillan up and throwing for Terry Francona. Rogers also getting ready. Check swing. Did he go? No, he
Thank
didn't.
God we did not go. Oh my goodness. It's outside. Never a ball. Or never a strike. Excuse me. Never a strike. That was a strike. That was a strike the whole way. God damn it.
Ran back over the inner half.
I'll just ripped a page out of the Greg Maddux playbook. Throw that pitch at the hip and just watch it jump back over the inside part of the plate. Tell you what, you are baffled expecting that to almost hit you and then end up as a called strike.
Stepping in, Jorge Polanco. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Just
Never.
missed.
Okay. Okay.
That one fouled off.
That circle change. Way too early.
Swings and hits one in the
That
air.
is
out
unfortunately
towards
not
right
going to
field.
have enough on it. Darn it. That's
Hines
contact
gets the
swing
catch,
versus
and that is that.
a regular swing.
One scores
Damn
in
it.
the inning coming on this solo
And Rosarina,
home
though,
run.
he gets us on the
It's now
board. One hit,
1-0.
one
You're
run.
dialed into the show.
At least we're not getting it. We got a goose egg off the board. That's what we're looking for.
Pitchers duel so
5
far.
innings for Martinez, 4 innings for Gilbert. No runs, no earned. 1 hit given up by each side. No walks, 4 strikeouts. The literal difference is home run versus no home run.
Yeah, that's off the outside
Okay,
edge. Ball one. And that one fouled
That's foul.
off.
That's foul.
Here comes a pitch. And fouled off.
Come on. Come
Fights that
on.
one away. Still 1-2.
We're getting a little cheeky throw in a back-to-back fastball.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul
Damn
ball,
it.
still a 1-2
No
count.
way.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like. But you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to
Ball
blink
two.
first.
Up and in. Now 2-2.
2 strikes.
Just misses there.
Now this 3-ball count down in the ball game. You've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Spoils
Friedel.
the 2-strike pitch, and
Fuck
you'll see another.
all the way off, dude.
3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Cool. Thanks, man. Thanks for making me waste like 13 fucking pitches on your ass.
Anything
God damn it.
It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift at a 2-strike count. But sometimes you just get fooled and you got to tip your cap.
Christian Encarnacion Strand, the next to hit for the Reds.
That pretzel. That pretzel.
Breaking ball
It
through
was
there
so
for a
distracting.
strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Next offering is
There we
in
go.
for a strike.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those
let's see if
first
we can
two
get some
pitches or agreed with the
quick
umpire's
outs
calls,
here.
but at this point, he's gonna have
There
to
we
be
go.
ready
That's
to
what we
be
need. A
ready
1,
to
2, 3, just like that. 3 strikes,
Three,
you're out.
That's 2 in a row.
We kind of need one more of those. We need the not to pick on him. We need the 1-pitch Jake Fraley pop out, because that at least brings the pitch count to average down. I think we've thrown 16 pitches here, 15,
Now the
16
DH,
pitches.
Spencer Steer.
That's
Grounded
8
out
pitches
his
per
first time
batter.
up. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1's the count.
The Mariners leading by a run. Last half of inning number 5.
Okay,
This one
that'll work.
popped up.
That'll
Foul
work.
ground
That'll work.
first base side.
So what? 18 by 3 6 pitches per at bat. That's not terrible.
Reds down
But that
in
was
order.
ugh.
They still trail
That TJ
1-0.
Friedel at bat was annoying.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back,
Reds.
and they make a change to
Number
start the
42.
6th. The new pitcher, Tony Santillan.
Just
Tony
trying to keep this
Santillan.
one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well,
Leading
one-run
off for the
game,
Mariners.
and
And
now
they're
for
not
Seattle.
out of the game, and they never have been out of the game. Let's go bullpen. Righty, righty, lefty. We'll get to that third time through the lineup. They are mostly righty with the exception of... Okay. De La Cruz is the only kind of question mark I have. I'll kind of turn around anyway. I don't think warming up a lefty is actually worth it. Santos is a fine warm-up. Maybe a Brash? We pitched okay with
J.P.
Thornton.
Crawford.
100 miles an hour on a 4-seam fastball, a slider 89, and a circle change at 90.
Swing and
A
a foul
98
back, and that's out of
fastball.
play.
98 mile an hour
Tough
fastball.
pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
That
That's
misses,
outside.
and
No
the count
problem.
is 1-1. next.
Outside, never a strike. Let's go.
Almost
It's
got it.
inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
Lost a little focus there. I don't know. There was no reason to swing at that. We were super late on it. It was a 3-1 count. Just not as attentive as we should have been. There's no guarantee that it would have been ball 4, but we can't give up that strike.
And there's one away.
Damn it. That's a frustrating.
Here's Victor Robles.
It's a frustrating way to lose that battle.
That's off the mark. 1-0. Activity in the bullpen for the Reds. Scott
Taylor
Barlow,
Rogers.
the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. One down, base is empty. That one lifted to left. Fraley makes the catch.
Hey, that did not feel like we got anything on that ball, and that was up there forever.
Donovan Solano.
It's a terrible
Here is
swing, but
Donovan Solano. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 1. Santillan, 27 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2015. That's off the inside
that's
corner.
inside.
2-0.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
There's a strike.
okay. Hey, I'm okay with not swinging at that ball.
In terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to.
Oh, that plunked him.
He got hit
And
for a
that's now
second
twice
time
he's been
today.
hitting this one.
Now
Wow.
batting center fielder
Julio Rodriguez.
Okay,
Digs
Julio,
it
what can we
down.
do here? How about a no-doubter? Let's fucking go. Let's go, Julio. Fuck yes. Fuck yes.
That's one way to quiet the crowd. His 4th home run of the season, and they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0.
That one, I knew it. I knew that was.
Let's
Yes.
have dinner reservations because he
Hell
wasn't wasting
yes.
any time at the plate in that at-bat. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter.
This is such
Total
good. This is
conviction
such
on
good
that
news.
swing.
We don't have to blow every team out. We don't have to
Here's the
score
cleanup
11
hitter,
runs every
Cal
single day.
Raleigh. A swing and a miss. And
I got too
strike
aggressive
1.
there. I tried to anticipate what he was doing, and I still
Bases
just
empty,
couldn't.
2 away, but
couldn't
2
adjust
runs are in,
correctly.
And we're in
Damn
the
it.
top half of the 6th. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a
No balls,
ton.
2 strikes.
Time called. Chance to collect himself down 0-2.
It's an absolute nightmare of an at-bat here. God, we just cannot find a groove with Raleigh.
Fights it off. You'll see another.
I'll take that. No problem. At least foul it off. Show some fight.
Pitch
That's
misses.
high. Okay.
Now 1-2.
1 and 2.
Two outs.
Got me. Fuck.
Inside
God
cutter for
damn
called
it.
strike 3.
We just watched it again.
But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run
God.
homer.
All right.
It's
Hey,
now
that's okay.
3-0. Back
Julio
after
gets
this
us on the
show.
board. Well, he gets us more on the board with a 2-run, no doubt shot. Rosarina and Rodriguez doing the Lord's work today. All right, so we have a couple of pitchers warmed up.
Robinson did.
He's only thrown 59 pitches. Pretzel's back.
Gets the slider in there for a strike.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
There we go.
Right
There we
side,
go.
foul territory.
That's what we want. Whoa, 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 whoa!
That's a foul ball.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning.
Okay,
Don't give the
all right.
other team
Hey,
any
it's fine.
hope.
I hit R1 on
Get to this
accident,
inning, get the bats
and I
back
didn't
up
realize
and
that was the
off.
jump button.
He's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm, put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
Singy, every year on April 15th, we celebrate Jackie Robinson Day for his courage, his leadership, and how he forever changed the game of baseball and all of sports. It's great to see everyone wearing the same number on a day like today.
There we go. Nice strikeout.
That's a strikeout.
With that kind of
Has it always been the
velocity and elevated
Dodgers 42?
fastball, even if it's still in the strike
Like
zone,
that
it's
specific
for hitters to get on
script
top of.
or font, I should
So
say.
the lineup flips over. Jake Fraley, the next to hit for the Reds.
Probably. It's just not something I was like
Late swing, foul to the
locked in
left.
on, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
oh, the
hard for us as broadcasters to call out who's making the play. But with that said, what a special day in baseball, and I'll take it every year.
hell yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
We just try to get 6 full with him, I think,
Here in
today.
the bottom of the 6th. And that one hit to first, and it
Okay.
kicks off the
All right.
bag.
All right.
And they get the out after the ricochet.
So we're good through 6. I thought that was going to be a whole lot worse. Usually what seems to happen to us is it pops off the bag straight into the air. And that's not what we saw there, so thank goodness. We're a little adventurous out there with Rayleigh today.
Now pitching for the
Welcome back.
Reds.
We're in
One
the
of them
seventh
absolutely
wave
my
of the
fault.
pitcher
Not that
on the
anyone was
Taylor
arguing.
Rogers.
Taylor
Bringing in the lefty with
Rogers.
the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic
Leading
bullpen
off
move
for the
right here,
Mariners,
so
first
we'll see how it
baseman
works
Luke
out.
Rayleigh.
And now the first baseman, Luke Rayleigh. And a swing and a miss.
That
Gonna really need
sweeper
to
got
hang
me.
in there
Hold on,
with that front
Sinker
side
at
against this
95, a sweeper at
left-handed breaking
82,
ball.
and a cutter at 91.
Next offering misses down and away.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1. And misses
Good
inside.
take. Mercifully, the only strike we have, or the bad swing, was on a pitch in the zone, so that's fine. Eat.
Fouls
Late.
one off out of play, back to our left. In the air, right side.
Might have actually been able to do something
Should
with
have
that.
This one. Makes
I think the only
grab,
reason we got
one
good
down.
contact on it because it was a contact swing rather than a
Now
regular swing, which might have been way too early.
Here's the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. He's already homered
He's
in this
leaving some of
game.
these sweepers up.
This one popped up.
That was a
Foul
sinker
ground
up.
first base side. Great catch, foul ground up against the wall. 2 outs.
Just
bases
another
empty.
pitch just
Now
up
it's the
there.
Mariners DH. Austin
Just under.
Shenton. Got it started a little
That's
too
fine.
early.
Come on.
Strike 1.
0-1.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Foul ball, damn it. It's way
Now
outside.
close with that one,
First strike.
And it's 1-2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just to waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Rips one to right. That's a hit.
Okay.
And that gives Jorge Polanco a chance to hit with
Okay,
2 outs.
that's a switch hitter, which is
Oh,
good
that'll
news.
make you
Good
feel
news
good
for
as
us.
a hitter right there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Now it's going to be Jorge Polanco. And that one almost got him. Next offering is fouled back.
Damn it.
And that is out of play. Shen off of first with 2 away. Backed off the plate that time. Comes a 2-2.
Fuck.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Every one of those
That's
fucking
the third
pitches
out.
was,
Mariners
oh,
lead
it was
one.
so outside of the zone.
3-0. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game
for the
summary.
Reds, third baseman, Santiago Espinal.
All right, here's our game summary. Gilbert, 6 innings pitched, 1 hit, 8 strikeouts. Martinez, 5 innings pitched. I didn't finish that sentence because I didn't realize what was happening soon enough. All right, let's go to the bullpen. Let's go with the Santos.
We're back in a new pitcher here.
If things get a little wacky, then that's
Gregory Santos.
fine.
Number
We're up
42.
3.
Gregory Santos.
Outside
Oof,
corner
beautiful.
for a strike.
Love it.
Well, these Reds just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've
don't
seen
love
it
that.
quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make
Don't
contact
love it
at
at all.
times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Next offering
Oof,
is in
boy,
for a
that's
strike.
And on the mound,
Generous.
confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Rosarina, nice catch, nice catch.
There's one down.
We run it correctly.
Excellent job, and I tell
It's
you
always
what,
helpful.
times that I played left field, getting to play like that, you love the opportunity to make it.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz.
Ooh, okay.
Fastball
I
for
thought that
a
was going to be worse. It was 5 degrees to the left, so I thought it would pull it a little more over the heart of the plate, which not what you want to do with Ellie De La Cruz at the plate.
That clips the corner.
There we go. Let's go with a sinker right on that outside.
If you don't finish it and have that bite at the end, and it
There we
stays
go.
out over
Got
the
him.
plate, it can
And we got him
get
early,
a long
too.
way, but that was a good one right there.
Hey, Chris,
That's a big
the way
strikeout
to
right there.
neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone. If he
I do love
can
having
keep
you
the
on my
ball
Diamond
flying,
Dynasty
but that's
team,
how you
Ellie.
do it. Keep him
Thank
off
you.
balance, get him out of there and deal with the next guy.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Tyler Stevenson. Swing and a
Ooh,
ground ball to the middle.
Polanco with
That's
not a
base
great
hit.
jump there.
So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
We've been a little too,
And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, TJ Friedel. Tap foul to play.
God, not TJ Friedel. Oh, for God's sake. Maybe a little too predictable with the slider.
The Reds trailing by 3. Here
Or
the
just a
bottom
good
of the
piece of
7th.
ambush hitting.
On the ground, Solano.
Okay,
Fires
nicely
over to
done.
first.
Okay, Friedel doesn't
That's the
take
inning.
86 pitches to get set down.
So
We
one
do a
left
good
for
job.
Cincinnati.
We bring in
They
our
trail
guy,
this one,
Santos. He
3-0.
comes in, gives him something different to look at. Does give up a hit, but we're able to neutralize it very quickly,
Welcome back,
which was
and
what
a
we were
new
able to
arm on
do
the mound
the
to start
first
the
time
game.
around.
Scott
And now
Barlow.
Scott, everyone wants to
Pretty
be a
tough
Barlow
game, so
girl.
looking for quality
Coming up,
pitches out of
7
them right here.
games with a 1-0 record.
Wants to keep the score
Shortstop,
right where it is.
J.P. Crawford.
And now the shortstop, J.P.
Slider at 84,
Crawford.
slurve at 80, and a 4-seam at 94.
And
That
the first
is-
pitch misses for ball 1. The Cincinnati bullpen has some movement. Sam
All right,
Knowles
so then we go
up
what? We go
in the
brash. We warm up Munoz. If it gets wild, maybe it's a 4-out Munoz save. Oops. Excuse me. A little too fast there for the game.
The The shortstop
one
takes
just
the
came out of the
ball.
hand
If
real
you're the
weird there.
pitcher, you've got to go right
Way
at this
outside.
guy. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You can't be afraid of contact in this situation.
That's fine. That's
Yeah,
fine.
that drops
That's
in
slurve
for
we're
a
not going to do
strike.
anything with.
Next pitch
It's a
is
good take on the
downstairs.
slider.
That one misses.
Okay, hey.
So a leadoff
Great
walk.
at bat. Great at bat,
That's a really
Crawford.
good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared,
Now batting,
knowing that if
right
it's not on
fielder,
a tee,
Victor
you're going to take
Robles.
that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Robles
That's a ball.
stands
Good
in
take
here,
is there
takes
as
ball.
well. Let's throw a strike and then we'll
Crawford aboard
throw
here
a
at
strike, then we'll
first with
talk.
nobody
Throw a
out.
strike.
Ball, that
Good
pitch is out.
take. I think we could maybe look for something like a slider kind of low and away. Maybe. Do you try to go 2-0 fastball? Oh.
Whacked out
Oh.
to center field. That's well struck.
Oh.
That's back there.
Hell yes.
And that one.
We just
is gonna
sat there
go.
and we waited for it, and we were on it. A little risky. We've had a lot of hits today, or a lot of pieces of contact today that have been we've been late and under it, and it's straight up in the air, and it's a frustrating out. Oh, there's that ugly TV.
That's an impressive swing.
I mean, if you could get if you could get it to fit the screen
There are
correctly.
a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out
Oh,
of
it was
here.
a four-seam
And a little
fastball.
something extra at stake in this at bat as he's hitless so far with his
Foul,
hitting
go
streak in
foul.
jeopardy.
Go
Fraley
foul, don't be
really
an
on his
out.
horse
Okay.
for it. Tries to make the play, but it's foul.
Ooh, bad swing. Sorry, Solano.
With the big
So the
bats coming up
13-game
and
hit
a
streak
home
on the
run
line. He's been hit
surrendered,
twice.
He's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
We've gotten the streak we've gotten the streak extended is the word. It's
Pitch
outside.
misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
We've extended the streak a couple times really late. And we struck out. Sorry,
And he
Solano.
struck him out.
Darn it.
And that's the first out. Nice
Now
recovery
batting,
after giving
the
up the
center
homer.
fielder, Julio
And up next for
Rodriguez.
Seattle, Julio Rodriguez. He's already homered here in
Okay,
this
so
one.
now we're in an interesting spot where we can actually not worry about bringing in Brash.
Swing and a high fly ball. Well
Daddy-ola.
struck. That's back there.
Oh, God, go. Go.
Onto
Oh,
the
it was
track.
at the
And makes
fence.
the catch.
At the fence.
Now batting, catcher Cal Raleigh.
Here comes the skipper,
Don't do that.
and we're gonna
You hit
see
him with
a
one of
pitcher
those.
change
You
in
go
this
like, yeah,
spot.
fuck you.
Scott Barlow
Uh.
won't go any further tonight. We'll be back in a minute.
It's another piece of hard contact I'm sure they don't want.
Sam Mole.
Sam Mole coming in here, 8 games, 1-0 record, 2 holds, 5.2 with a 4.76 ERA.
Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats.
Well, here,
Obvious-
let's do this. Let's get into the bullpen then. You can actually sit Munoz down. Brash. I didn't actually schedule anyone to come into the game. You can warm up Thornton, who's looked okay.
regardless of the score.
4-seam at 95, a sinker at 94, sweeper at 84, and a circle change at 88.
Raleigh
Ball, that's out.
stands in with 2 away as he takes
Solano,
the ball.
or is it Solano? Solano's going to go 0 for 2, 2 hit by pitches. He's going to score a run. I was talking, and I threw myself out of rhythm there. We weren't going to do a whole lot with it.
Up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
That's down and in.
Okay, that sinker went in a way different spot.
2 balls, 1 strike.
We still got on base and still scored, but the hitting streak will likely end here.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
2 strikes.
That was a very hittable fastball.
Full count.
Outside,
Okay,
and that
hey,
is
nicely
ball
done.
four.
We'll take it.
One of the
One
things
batting
about that
172
two-out
is
walk, the base
pretty
runner
gross,
on
but
first base is going to have a very
Now batting,
aggressive
the
secondary
first
lead. So a
baseman,
ball
Luke
down the line
Ringley.
or into the gap, will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive.
No.
side of it.
No. Bad swing. Sorry, Rayleigh.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even.
Four seam at 92.
One ball, two strikes.
That one
Ball
missed.
Low.
2-2 to count.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And a full count now.
Well, clearly not too happy with the call there. Thought he caught the top of the zone.
I thought he
and
caught the
pretty
top of the
much
zone
read
as
his
well.
saying, that's not up.
Okay, there we go. Oh, he got me with that.
Struck him out. And that's the
That's a
third
big
out.
dumb sweeper outside.
Two come in on this Seattle
That's okay.
homer.
Robles
And
gets
the lead is
the
now 5-0.
the 2-run
It's Major
shot.
League Baseball, and it's on the show.
Ugh. Only 4 hits. But we've managed to knock out 5 runs. That's huge. We will actually say no to that, and we will go ahead and leave in Santos here.
It's
a 5-run game.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Still
Okay, nice. Hey, nice dive. I love the layout there.
Composure, and they get the out. And next is the designated
Appreciate
hitter,
that.
Spencer Steer.
Especially because that was an absolute rocket. That was a,
Yeah, that's in for a strike.
I don't know, perfect, man, probably perfect.
The M's
They really
lead
like their
by
sound
5
effects on the
here in
perfect,
bottom
perfect.
half of the 8th inning.
And the vibration on the
Corner
PS5
for a
controller.
strike.
Quickly
Which I'd
into
never
a 1-2
felt
count.
until I
Both
actually
pitches were
used the
down in
PS5.
zone. I think you set
I always
yourself
use
a little
the-
bit higher.
I would usually play it on
Tendency to chase
Xbox with
if
the
you look down in that area.
One down, base is empty. That one to first.
with
and
the
that
Game
chance
Pass. But
handled.
since they took it off this year, I was like,
Takes
eh.
it to the bag. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Reese Hines, the next to hit for the Reds.
Hines.
On the ground, right side.
Hey, that's a really nice couple of innings from Greg
And the Reds
Santos.
go 1, 2, 3.
We could probably bring in
Left for
Thornton
Cincinnati.
for the
It's
ninth.
5-0.
2 hits for the Reds. We have 4 hits. 3 of them are out of the park. 1 solo shot and
It's
2
the top of the
2-run
ninth,
blasts.
And there's a new pitcher on the mound, Alexis Diaz.
Now
Well, they need
pitching
someone
for
to
the
stop the
Reds,
bleeding and keep the score
Number
right where
42.
it is. Seems like a
Alexis.
tough
Playing
task
kinda
to do
worked.
with the way this lineup
We
is
got the
swinging.
starter out of the game, and then we were able to get to the bullpen a little bit.
left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
Not as like 96 on a 4 seam, 90 on a slider, 95 on a 2 seam.
That one
Not
down the
as
line.
patient as we would have liked to have seen. He went with a slider first,
Zips it
and that
across.
really threw me for a loop.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Austin
That was real
Shen,
early.
1 for 3. First pitch misses. Movement in the bullpen. Andrew
Ooh,
Abbott,
the Athletics and
lefty,
White
looks
Sox
to
are
be getting
playing.
himself ready.
Oh my God! That somehow no one is going to watch that game. More people will have watched the XFL in 2000 than will watch the White Sox and Athletics. What a disgusting game.
Look out!
Timeout.
It's the third batter that we've got that's gotten hit.
Up next for Seattle,
Now it's the second baseman, Jorge Polanco. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts.
If we keep
and
the
a
line moving,
strikeout.
we might be able to keep that streak alive. Not doing it like
Swings and
that.
fouls one
Nope,
off.
nope, nope. We got to get through Polanco, Crawford, the 8-9-1.
That one in there across the letters. Shenton leads
Thanks, I
off
hate it.
first with 1 away. Fights that one away, and the
Just
count
foul it
remains
off.
0-2.
Oh my
Popped
God.
up, foul territory behind the plate.
Good, but under it.
Stevenson pulls it down.
Floats around there. Gross.
Oh, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Crawford stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. And it's fouled away.
I should have scheduled Thornton in.
In the air, right field. Pines sizes this one up.
Yeah. So unfortunately, unless any, barring any unforeseen, meltdown, unfortunately the hit streak will come to an end. But 13 games is not bad for a player that I did not anticipate a lot out of, and was kind of thinking about trying to replace, because early on we had some struggles with him defensively.
As we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
So we get 2 more here in Cincinnati. And Thursday is a real early game. Actually, kind of looking forward to the schedule for the Mariners. I know we're talking about. Then they have to go be miserable in Baltimore. I fucking hate playing in Baltimore. And then they get to go play in Miami. But as for us, it's kind of exciting because I will be. The games will start at like 4, so that'll be kind of nice.
Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the
Instead
bottom
of,
of the ninth.
7-10.
And
I can catch most of the game or even all of the game depending on the day. Thursday is kind of interesting because I might be able to listen to it on the Seattle Sports app. It starts at 9:40 in the morning. Which is wild. Jeez Louise. Okay, Thornton.
And it's 0-1.
Okay, let's
And that's in there for a strike. Little slider that finds the mark. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
There's a nice strike.
Breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
That one the other way. Solano tosses to first. The Reds now down to their final out. Next for Cincinnati, Santiago Espinal. And that's it for a strike.
Love that sweeper right there.
Things can be,
Love
it. Can
it.
be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
All right, Thornton.
The Reds down to their
Best
final
pitch right here.
strike.
There we go.
And
Love
that'll
it.
do
Beautiful. Okay, so we take care of the Cincinnati Reds team. This was a bad offensive game for us. We get 4 hits. We get 3 hit by pitches, 4 hits. We are able to drive in 5 runs, so that's at least the positive as we win this game. But not a whole lot going on offensively. We get 2 no-doubters, and I think the Randy one kind of sailed on us. Just kind of kept going, like it got caught in the wind or something and went, but... we look good defensively. We did enough pitching change-wise. Santos was great for us. Then we ended up out of a save situation, so we were able to bring in Thornton. He was effective. That's what we need. We need to be able to rely on some of our lower-rated pitchers to not just poop the bed, and be able to help us secure these wins. The Julio blast was huge. We get the one with Robles as well. Which we should see right here. Yes, sir. Yeah, that one put it out of reach. I feel that was kind of the nail in the coffin. But those 2 insurance runs on the Julio homer were real big. I felt like feels like we're getting into a nice groove with some of our bullpen pitching. Nick Martinez gets the loss, 5 innings pitched. He only gave up 1 hit. He struck out 4 and just the 1 earned run. But their offense couldn't do anything. The only player that they have of... Oh, well, I guess Tyler Stevenson was 1 for 3, and Ellie De La Cruz was 1 for 3. He struck out twice. Fraley and Spencer Steer, for some reason, they pointed out that they were 0 for. We have our 3 home run boys. They were all 1 for 4. Robles and Rodriguez were 2-run blasts. Rosarina, a solo shot. J.P. Crawford was 0 for 3, but did score a run. So there you have it. And I believe Shenton was also... He was like 0 for 2. He got hit by a pitch twice. And then he would have also scored a run. Logan Gilbert, your player of the game and winner. 6.0 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, 1 hit, no walks, no earned. And we continue on our XP path. Ooh, Cornerstone Evolution Choice Pack, 1,000 stubs. And we continue our win streak. We haven't lost in over a week. That's 7 straight. Fantastic. And that there's a couple, that San Francisco loss is kind of haunting. All right. We're not going to worry about it, though. We're 13-4. We are performing much better than I had anticipated that we would. I guess I'm just a beast at this game. So there you have it. We will advance the day here and get you set for tomorrow's action, which is Rhett Lauder. First name of my nephew. So there you go. He will be on the bump 0-0 with a 4.86 ERA, taking on Brian Wu 1-0 with a 2.65 ERA. As for this video right here, let's wrap it up by opening a pack, because I got one today. Rip it. Ooh, a gold off the bat. Oh, the Phillies. Gross. Oh, a silver. Wow, unbelievable. Wow. Oh my gosh. Brewstar Gratterall. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. There's your kind of sucky pack for today. Thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing right over here. You can ring the bell down below. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Check out the playlist right here. It's updating every day at 6 p.m. Pacific time with MLB The Show 25. Up here is this morning's video. It is a Forever Skies gameplay. Played a few more hours after I did the stream. So check that out if you are interested in survival crafting games, which I'm not always. I'm a very specific survival crafting kind of guy, but an airship, hey, having a good time. That one also has a narrative, which is super helpful. So we'll be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific time right here on the channel. So we'll see you then. Good sports. Go Mariners. Have a great rest of your night. And thanks again for watching.